Well, hello. I am about to fly on an airline called Breeze, which is a low-cost airline that's been kind of making waves for really cheap fares and interesting destinations, and a lot of nonstop flights. I've flown them once before, and it was a pretty good experience. I'm flying them again now, and I wanted to make a video because I know a lot of people have been asking about what is Breeze, what it's like to fly on them. So stay tuned, and we'll see what it's like to fly on Breeze.
Breeze was launched in 2021 and has 34 destinations all across the US. It was founded by David Neeleman, whose name might be familiar because he founded JetBlue Airways. Neeleman says he noticed that there was a gap in domestic travel due to consolidation of larger airlines, and to fill this gap, he created Breeze, which plans to offer point-to-point flights to smaller secondary airports, such as Norfolk International and Westchester County Airport. Breeze's point-to-point network has no connections, and if a plane is flying somewhere long haul, they'll often fill it at the beginning, stop at a waypoint, let off some people, take more people on, and then continue to their final point. Breeze flies a combination of Airbus A220-300s and older Embraers, and eventually plans to have much more Airbuses in the fleet. Like most budget airlines, Breeze charges for just about everything, and that includes bringing a bag on the plane or checking it. The bag price seems to change. I think I paid $30 this time, but sometimes it's $20, sometimes it's $50, so check ahead. Getting on the plane is relatively straightforward. In my experience, they have actually boarded about 5 minutes early each time I've flown with them, and they're really efficient and very fast, which is really appreciated these days when it comes to flying. You can see the inside of the plane. This is one of the older Embraers, is pretty much typical to every Embraer. It's got the 2x2 seating, the older gray seats, no in-flight entertainment, so it's a pretty normal budget airline. Although on the Airbuses you actually do get in-flight entertainment on your phone, and generally it seems like there's a couple movies to pick from. On my Embraer, I did not have internet at all. Now you can see the legroom here. It's not bad. I'm 5'9", and I had about 1.5 inches of knee space to the back of the seat there. It's not the worst that I've been on. It's not like Spirit Airlines. It is really just like flying in a regional jet on United or American or Delta. So if you're very tall, it's going to be a tight fit. If you're pretty average, you'll be okay. Now you can see the footroom here. I have a size 12 foot, and my feet were a little bit cramped. That is a 30-liter backpack, and it just barely fit under the seat, so you won't have a ton of room to move around, but you'll be okay. My plane pushed back for a 10:55 departure at 10:54, which I really appreciate. In my experience, Breeze has been very on schedule, and I've not had any delays with them or any flights pushed back, which is great. Here you can see just a typical Breeze bathroom in these Embraer planes. They're all pretty much the same and nothing special, but I figure it's worth getting a look while we're reviewing the airline. They do offer in-flight drinks and snacks for purchase, but you can only get water for free. I wanted to talk about their app, which is pretty much essential to flying with them. They're very app-based, and Facebook Messenger is their customer service. The app is pretty basic, and you actually do get in-flight entertainment. You can see here I don't have it. Some planes have internet, some don't, but check the app, see what you have. Hopefully you'll get a couple movies. I think when I flew with them first time, there were only 2 movies or 3 available, and they were, I think, all Despicable Me. So if you like that's your thing, you'll really enjoy flying on Breeze. So what do I think? Is it worth flying Breeze in 2023? I think it absolutely is. One thing I didn't mention is that you can cancel a Breeze flight up to 15 minutes before it takes off and get a full refund as a credit for your next flight. I got a flight for $25 and actually had to cancel it, and then I rolled it into my next flight. Some of the larger airlines right now with the spoke and hub configuration where you have to stop, connect, transfer planes, and fly somewhere else, it costs more money and it takes more time to fly there than it does with this point-to-point model. I think Breeze is really onto something by going just place to place and not having connections. So is it worth it? I definitely think it's worth it, and I'm excited to see how they grow and fly with them more often.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know what you think.